All right, hey guys. Was not at all planning on being gone today. Had stuff yesterday, but um, sometimes things happen, and my wife is in the hospital right now. So nothing, ridiculously life-threatening, but she's in a lot of pain. So I'm going to be with her. Not exactly sure what everything will be, but. I will be with her, and that's why I'm not with you guys today. So I just want to make sure you guys knew that. Um, there are a few things at the end, little notes that we will go through. And let's go ahead and look at these problems here together. So please pause the video and give the students a minute to get a piece of paper out. All right, I need you guys to find this area. We've done a few problems like this. If the sub would please pause the video and give the students 2 minutes to find the area of this rectangle. All right, let's take a look. Now, reminder, guys, area, okay, length times width. Okay, so I have my two dimensions. Just remember, they're written as polynomials. Okay, so I have a binomial, a plus 2, multiplied to a trinomial, a squared plus 3a plus 5. So since it's multiplication, we're going to go ahead and make our 2 by 3 box. Now, on the side with 2, I need to make sure I put my binomial. So I put my a plus 2. On the side that has 3, I'm going to put my trinomial. A squared plus 3a plus 5. And I have 6 multiplications I need to take care of. Okay, so we're starting here. Remember, a times a squared. Don't forget to add your exponents. That'd be a to the third. A times 3a. Okay, it'd be 3a squared. A times 5 is 5a. Okay, on to the bottom. 2 times a squared is 2a squared. 2 times 3a is 6a. 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, and then remember, I have to transition to addition. Okay, I got to make sure that I'm just adding up my like terms now. Okay, so start with the biggest exponent, my a to the third. That's the only one like that. Drop it like it's hot. My a squareds are like terms. I'm going to add those up. 2a squared plus 3a squared be 5a squareds. Remember, we're adding. You don't mess with the exponents. My a's, 6a plus 5a is 11a. And then my constant, drop it like it's hot. And that would be my area of that rectangle. Okay. The other type of area problem we had looked at was sort of like this. I want you guys real quick here to do this particular one. Find the area of the shaded region. So please pause the video and give the students 1 minute to find the area of the shaded region. Okay, just a quick reminder. When we do these problems, you're going to have 2 different areas that we need to take care of. So first, let's get the area of the big box. The area of the big box, okay, 10 times 10, which is 100. Okay, the problem is this small box is not shaded. So I have to take away the area of the small box. I'm just going to label that with A subscript B. Small box, be 3 times 3, which is 9. So to figure out my area of the shaded region, I need to subtract away my whole. Okay, so my area here, oops, almost wrote 81, would be 91 units squared. 91 units squared. Okay, now, reason why we did one like this is that we can apply it to polynomials. So this is the type that you will see on your unit exam. Now, just in case you're having a little trouble seeing it, that is an x plus 1 right there. Looks a little weird on my screen too. Just want to make sure you guys see that. The sub would please pause the video and give the students 3 minutes to complete this problem. All right, similar concept as what we just did. Okay, if I want to find the area of the shaded region, first I need to get the area of the big box. So the area of the big box, I have 2 binomials multiplied together. So I'm going to make my 2 by 2 box. Which that might not be big enough right there. Let's make it a little bigger. There we go. So I have 2x plus 5 being multiplied to an x plus 1. Now I'm going to do my multiplications here. So I have 2x squared. Remember, when you multiply x's, you add the exponents. 2x down to the 5. 5 times x is 5x. 5 times 1 is 5. So the area of the big box is 2x squared plus 7x plus 5. The problem is that's not my answer. Okay? This middle part is not shaded in. So I have to take away that area. Now, just in case you couldn't see it, hopefully you could, these are x's. I should have probably mentioned that at the beginning. Those are x's. So the area of the small box, we have x times x. Well, think about it, guys. What's x times x? Okay, remember, when you're multiplying same bases, we add their exponents. So the area of that small box is x squared. So I need to make sure I subtract an x squared from the area of my larger box, the big box. Okay? And my final area of my shaded region would end up being 1x squared plus 7x plus 5. Okay? Again, you are going to see a problem like this on your unit exam. Okay? Now, the last type of problem that I want to make sure that you guys practice here, and then I'll go over, are our exponent rules. That's the oldest material that'll be on this particular unit exam. So, if the sub would please pause the video and give the students 6 minutes to complete these 4 problems. All right, let's start with division. Okay, reminder, when I am dividing same bases, I can subtract my exponents. Now, let's not get it twisted, you know. We got 4 over 4. That's just a fraction. Okay, just a fraction. 4 over 4 cancels out. That's 1. Now, I'm not going to write my 1, okay, because it's unnecessary. So those cancel out. That's 1. Now, my x's are being divided. I need to subtract those exponents. So my subtraction problem would be 4 minus negative 3. Well, minus a negative turns into plus, so I get x to the 7th power. The tricky part here is with the y. Okay, the y doesn't have a buddy to divide with. But I got to think, do I need to move it or do I leave them alone? This particular y has a positive exponent, an exponent of 1. So since it is a positive exponent, I'm going to leave it wherever it happens to be in my fraction. Okay, and this would be my final answer. Okay, number 2 is multiplication. When I multiply same bases, I need to add my exponents. Well, let's start with our bases that are numbers. Those are just bases that are numbers. 2 times 3. Well, 2 times 3 is 6. Okay, that part's done. The u's are being divided. Or, excuse me, I apologize. The u's are being multiplied. I need to add those exponents. 3 plus 2. And that would be 5. Okay, and those are gone. And I'm just left with my v's. With my v's, they're multiplied. I'm going to add those exponents. 4 plus negative 3 is positive 1. And that would be my final answer. Now, number 3 is a combination problem. Okay? So I'm gonna skip going over that one here for a second, and I'm gonna go over number 4 first. Okay, for number 4, notice this is a monomial. Okay? I'm gonna do the power property with this. This is the power property. So for each of these exponents inside this parenthesis, they're all getting raised to the negative 2 power. So I'm going to multiply each exponent by negative 2. So for the 3, 1 times negative 2 is negative 2. For the x, negative 4 times negative 2 is positive 8. For the y, 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. And then I need to take care of my negative exponents. Remember, the negative exponent just means I need 3 squared on the bottom. Okay, since it's on the top, I need it on the other part of the fraction, which would be the bottom. The y has a negative exponent. It means I'm going to need that y to move down to the bottom. So my final answer, okay, with my variables, I'm going to have x to the 8th over y to the 8th. Now remember, we said this negative exponent, it moves my 3 squared down to the bottom. What's 3 squared? 3 squared is 9. Okay, and that would be my final answer. Okay, the last one, number 3 here. Okay, for number 3, the first thing I'm going to look at is inside of my parentheses. Okay, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. Inside of parentheses first. So on my inside of my parenthesis, I notice that I have the power property. I have nothing to multiply, but I do have the power property. This one's not very nice, just an FYI. Okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the power property, okay, with all 3 of my bases. I'm going to multiply each exponent by -3. So that's going to give me, I'm going to write it up here, 2 raised to the -3 for the u raised to the -3, and then for the v, -4 times -3 is +12. This stuff I didn't do anything with. Drop it like it's hot. So 2v u to the 4th. Now, like bases, if I'm multiplying, now I'm going to do my multiplication. If I multiply same bases, I'm allowed to add my exponents. So with the 2's, they are same bases. I'm just going to add those exponents. That'd be -3 plus 1. So that'd be 2 raised to the -2 power now. Okay, the 2's are done. The u's, okay, for the u's, that'd be -3 plus 4. Well, that'd be +1. For the v's, don't forget, that's v to the first there. For the v's, 12 plus 1 is 13. And the only thing I have to take care of is this negative exponent. Okay, 2 to the -2 power is going to go to the bottom. So I'd have u v to the 13th over 4. The reason why it became 4 is, remember, it's 2 squared on the other part of the fraction. Let me double check I did that correct. Well, I just feel like I might have made a mistake on that last one. Especially with the u's and v's, I always like to double check because sometimes you get them all mixed up. All right. Now, you guys will have a practice to do here in a little bit. And my assumption is that many of us probably did not get all the way done with our review sheet that we were given yesterday. Okay, so priority number 1 is get the review sheet you're getting done, you're being given today done. The answers are on the back, okay, so you'll be able to check them as you go. Okay, I also wanted to make sure that you guys saw this. I was planning on staying, today after school and Wednesday after school, but obviously I can't say that I'm going to be able to come back after school. I don't know what's going on tomorrow exactly, when or if that we'll be home. So after school on Wednesday is the plan. Anyone who needs things, power assignments that still have not been passed, okay, we need to make sure that you are staying after school on Wednesday. Okay, make sure you check the list. It's on the chalkboard over here by the White Sox magnet. Okay, make sure that you look at it. Okay, if your name's on the list, I expect that you're here. Okay, I expect that you're here after school. We need to get caught up. Spring break's around the corner, and you don't want this stuff hanging over your head. Okay, for something you need to catch up and do afterwards. So please make sure that you guys are working on that review sheet. You need to focus and get it done. Okay, we have a lot of stuff that's coming up. Reminder, unit exam is on Thursday. Okay, unit exam is on Thursday. All right, you guys have a good day. Bye.